All right, that's there. You have dropped in once more to the most intelligent live stream on YouTube. Well, there's only like 6 live streams on YouTube, so competition wasn't that strong. Tengu, Sergio, Ty, Wolverine, gone. Steve's here. Alexis and Niall, Ty. This is Kyle. Jalouve. No, is that my French accent? I can't even tell which accent it is anymore. Unbu Nacho, Timothy, Mr. Necro Thrasher, Tyler's in. Yeah, you guys bailed me out again. I've got some stuff to do today. We have friends coming over for the Super Bowl. Cuomo, don't raid my house. Just one couple. It's okay. Don't come shoot. Don't send the SWAT team after me, Cuomo. But I had to pop in with a stream just because yesterday's stream while I was ranting and raving and asking you guys what you thought about things, I discovered that although, don't get me wrong, YouTube is still largely fucked up, so was I. And
oh yeah,
it's absolutely true that notifications were not going out as they should, or as I believe they should. But with the direction you guys sent me in for researching yesterday, I found out that a significant part of that may have been my fault. Hey, Aiden, good to have you back again, pal. Aiden makes it in the streams with us most of the time, but usually he's in school, of course, today being Sunday. And we have discussed, Aiden and amongst all of us, that things you learn here are way more fucking important than anything you could possibly learn in school. But well, thanks. Psychosis Mooncrier says, "Yo, Curtis, FYI, you're one of my favorite wrestlers." I miss the business every day. I miss it. But just to elaborate on what I was talking about, I watched those videos that you guys had recommended to me. Hi, Chrome. And it's interesting that Chrome's here too, because this is the second time in a short period of time you guys have bailed me out. The other time I was in a stream and I was talking about how I haven't been able to do any singing videos because for whatever reason, my throat just gave it up. Maybe I'm not as experienced at lubricating it as I used to be. But it wasn't working. And Chrome was the first one that came up with it, and others backed her up and said, well, check and see if you're hydrated enough. And I thought, I think I am, because I've had trouble with dehydration in the past. So I think I am. But then I got really thinking about how much water I consume in a day, and it wasn't up to snuff. So I immediately made it a point to do it. And as you guys see, I have song videos on the channel again, which is something I've been wanting to do. I haven't been able to do every song I want because it's still not up to where I can come close to certain notes without making that sound. But you guys bailed me out there. And then again yesterday, after going through the videos that you guys referred me to, it dawned on me that I wasn't doing the right things to get the notifications. And it had just completely slipped my observation. For one, the about section of the channel was wildly outdated. And the only thing more outdated than that were the tags on the channel. And in fairness to YouTube, that's my way of communicating with their bot to tell them what is going on in here, what I plan on, presenting as content so that they can send out notifications when that content matches what people signed up for. Now, I changed all that. And if you guys looked at it this morning, I posted another one of those commentary videos. In 13 minutes, it had more views than the one I posted yesterday did in the first 2 hours. So what I've done is that for now, I haven't gotten rid of it, but for now, I've taken down that Patreon. We're going to start, because if I'm to blame for this, let's play it out and see if I can get things squared away here at the channel myself. We only had one person that signed up so far. Our pal Gigamac was already there, so I refunded him his buck. And I put it on hold. You can't get to it right now. So let's wait and see. But again, I owe it to you guys. And the stuff that you guys turned me on to watch as far as videos regarding the subject, of course, one leads to another. And before you know it, the dominoes are falling, and I was putting things together. And it's like, oh, there you go. Well, you might have something to do with your own demise there, fat man. Um, oh, Chrome says, by the way, found out the main Discord does have a YouTube bot. They set it up in a way that's invisible unless you already know it exists and opt in on it because people didn't want notifications. I guess that makes sense. That's fair. Yeah, I can see some people not wanting them. But let's see. Tyler says, and you should get people to check if they have notifications for all content, not personalized. Yeah, and I appreciate that too, Tyler. You guys, yesterday, several of you came in and let me know that, again, you did not get a notification on that re-upload. But then some of the same people came in today and said they immediately got notified of the one I just, well, there's only 53 of us in here so far, but of you guys in here, if you happen to have noticed, did you get notified of that video I posted probably, 30 minutes ago or so? Christian says, so, Curtis, do you think Brady is going to have 2 hands worth of rings by the time he retires, or has his time passed? I can't honestly say, Christian, his time has passed yet. Is he playing at the most elite level in the game right now? Of course not. You know, guys like Rodgers and Lamar Jackson and the man he's going to be faced off against today are playing at a higher level. But he's playing very, very comfortably, very confidently, and like him or not, he's Tom fucking Brady. He finds a way to beat you. He finds a way to beat your scheme. That's what makes him scary. That's why I didn't bet the game today, because you look at the rosters and Kansas City should win this game comfortably. But you got that old fart over there, and god damn it, he finds a way. Now Tyler did get notified. Anime Dolphin did. Sean didn't. Lou did. So I got both notifications. Jesse says, so there you go, guys. It seems, I mean, the early returns, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, when I asked that same question yesterday about the video I posted yesterday, those who are in here will know, the vast majority of people said they did not get notified. The vast majority. Now we've got a majority saying they did. So maybe a lot of it was on me. Dragon says, which was more outdated, your about section or Vince Russo's idea of wrestling? Well, the thing was, Dragon, I agree, as I had mentioned, my about section was wildly outdated, but it wasn't completely out of touch with reality. So I say I was in better shape than Russo. And you were notified, Wolverine? You have super mild food poisoning? Oh, food poisoning is the fucking worst. Yikes, I'm not laughing at you, Wolverine. I'm just laughing, remembering my own issues the couple times I've had it. Oh, you just, for any of you who haven't had a good round of food poisoning, you just want to fucking die. Yeah. Christian says Mahomes was 6 when Brady won his first Super Bowl. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that crazy? When you think of, oh man, 6 years old, and that's the guy he's facing today in the Super Bowl. Jesus. Yes, Father, I'm winning, says I was about to make a PBJ sandwich. Oh, good call. Then I found out we're out of peanut butter. Now I'm pissed. I blame Susan.
Oh, yeah.
As well you should have. It's fucking her fault. Christian, you're stream boss now. Monkey King says Russo isn't outdated. He's just senseless. I know you don't follow it close, Chrome, but to wrestling fans, Vince Russo is about as evil gets. You know, he just, I never liked the guy. His booking was, how do you put it nicely? Fucking stupid. I mean, nah, I never liked Vince Russo, and Cornette has every reason to despise him. Lude says, so I did miss the first 5 minutes. How do we say things exactly? With you guys' advice yesterday on the notifications and the complete lack of them, I got researching, watching the videos that you guys had recommended to me, and that led, of course, to more research. And I found out that some of these issues may have been self-inflicted because I wasn't updating the proper things on the channel. My about section hadn't been updated in ages. The tags hadn't been updated in ages. And like I was telling the gang, in fairness to YouTube, that's the data they use to send out notifications. So I changed all that, and early results are good. I mean, even things like I made sure now in the about section, I even mentioned the fact of, we live stream regularly. Live stream is part of the tags as well now too. So let's see going forward. That's why I did shut down that other Patreon. I got it on hold, and we'll see. But a large part of that may be, now, in fairness to me, that still doesn't excuse why the fuck YouTube demonetized and age restricted my video when the exact same content has been fined for 5 years at another channel. That doesn't change, but the other stuff may have been on me. Dragon says, the real question is, which Vince is more out of touch with reality? I honestly don't know the answer, and that's really sad. It is, Dragon. It really is.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because we got a lot of great workers in wrestling now, and there's been a lot better days across the board for writing. Dolphin says Casey is missing both of their starting tackles for this game. I forgot about that, Dolphin. If Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul can just tee off on Pat, this could get interesting. Yeah, good put. Yeah, and JPP had what seemed like kind of a resurgence going towards the end of the year, didn't he? When I saw their games at the end of it, I hadn't seen him playing with that much impact since his heyday with the Giants. Christian says, I also regularly give myself food poisoning accidentally because I have no semblance of sensible meal planning ability. Saltines are a gift from God.
Yeah.
Christian, I couldn't tell you how many times I've grabbed the old saltines in a pinch. I actually, well, again, I talked about how bland my tastes are. I guess you cannot get more bland than saltines, and I actually like them. M says, what goes on here? Nefarious, underhanded things, Em, as usual. Barry says, do you mind? I'm taking a massive dump. I thought I smelled something. I was looking around to see if the giant dinosaur dog was in here. Damn, Barry, what'd you eat last night? Johnny says, I love Corny so much. He's talking, for those who don't know, he's talking about Jim Cornette. Say what you want about his political views, but you can't deny that the man knows what the fuck he's doing when it comes to wrestling. He knows the business inside and out. He can be a pain in the ass sometimes himself, but you are 100% correct that you won't find any more well-versed in every element of the business of wrestling than Jim Cornette. Couldn't agree with you more. Lick says, I wonder how many woke commercials there will be. Oh, I think, Licks, and I'm sure this is what you're alluding to, I think this is going to be an out-woke one another contest this year and for the near future. M says, the only thing I would watch the Super Bowl for when I was younger was the crazy commercials. LOL, now they're less entertaining though, so I don't bother. I agree with M on this too. I like the commercials. Of course, I'm a football fan anyway, but I like the commercials, but yeah, the money they're investing in making them hasn't gone down, but man, you gotta really hunt for good ones anymore, it seems like. Back in past years, you go back, 7, 8, 10 years ago, you had a lot of really hilarious, well-made commercials. And now it's like, I've been really disappointed. It's not like there's any less money involved. People are getting less creative or something. Monkey King says, Cornette is out of touch if you ask me. He hates AEW, but I love AEW. He hates on everything. He irritates me. Well, that's what I mean by he can be an annoying dude, Monkey King, because I've met him. I've been to, I never worked directly with him, but I've been to shows he's been on. Yeah, he can be a pain in the ass. And he gets over the top. You're right about that. But I'm just saying, and that I'll stand by, as far as knowledge of the business, pal, you can't beat him. He knows, and he is fun, I think, anyway. I like listening to his stories. He does have great stories. But yes, can he be a pain in the ass? Absolutely, without a doubt. Christian says, I get more notifications for you than I can watch.
Oh,
I just wish that was true for everybody,
yeah.
Christian. Can you spread some of yours around? Em makes a good point, too, about the commercials. She says, I feel they're less outrageous now because of PC culture, but that's just my opinion. No, I hadn't thought about that, but that's true. Well, just comedy in general is so much more bland nowadays, unless you're one of the few that are willing to stand up to the woke mobs and say, you know what? Fucking humor is humor, and it's supposed to be outlandish, outrageous, and egregious. And there's very few comics that are willing to do that. And whether it's comedians or comedy shows or whatever the case may be, yeah, I think that's probably very true. Everybody's afraid of offending someone. You didn't get a notification for the stream, Alex? No. I see someone. I mean, actually, for a Sunday early afternoon, where I am anyway, for this time of day, 47 viewers isn't bad in a stream. That's actually pretty good. So I'm assuming some decent notifications went out. This is really typically a dead time for the internet. Gon says don't, especially on Super Bowl Sunday. Gon says don't care about football, but got money on the Bucks. Also looking forward to getting stoned and eating wings and shit. We're just gonna do sandwiches. Gon. That's where my wife and I are going as soon as I'm done with the stream. We're just gonna go out and get some sandwich meats and rolls. And again, it's just close friends of ours, couple coming over. Hey, you guys want to hear something else? You guys know me. I'm not one for jumping on fads, and I think I'm pretty analytical when I look at some. I try and look at something, especially if it has anything to do with money. You guys have seen the whole thing going with Dogecoin, right? For my thought process, I could see where, yeah, it's going to spike for a little while. It's going to go up and down, but it's going to spike for a little while. So I bought some a couple days ago, and then, of course, we had that 9 o'clock that night was when everybody was they announced it, that everybody was going to get in there and run it to the moon. Well, of course, what happened was right before 9 o'clock and right at 9 o'clock, everybody dumped it because they had bought it it was like 3 cents per coin. It got up to a little over 5, and everybody dumped it. And I was like, I didn't want to pump and dump because I really think there's going to be interest in this for a little while. I don't know how long, but I think there's going to be interest in it for a little while. So instead of dumping it, I actually bought a little more, and it's freaking spiked right now. I'll tell you, I'll let you guys see where it is. It's freaking spiking right now. It has been all weekend again. Now we're up to 0.66 cents per coin. I'm gonna have to decide. So I don't know, guys. I'll tell you. I think it's gonna go on for a little while. Do not, by any stretch of the imagination, spend any of your money based on anything I say here, though. I should put that out there first. I don't know jack shit. This was just a feeling I had, and but now you look at how much it has made, and it's like kind of. It's hard not to push the sell button, but sell button. It's not like the muffin button. No, Dogecoin is a real thing, Waxy. It was actually, see, the problem with Dogecoin is just like Waxy says, thought it was just a meme. That's what a lot of people think. And basically it was a meme. And as for, is it a real thing? Kinda. I mean, it's real in the sense that we can buy them, but it's not real in the sense that they exist. So it's kind of on the border of real or not real. Christian says, who knows? Maybe I get all the notifications because Google is already well aware of all the weird. I'm trying to think of what the hell would Google have censored on you there, pal? It starts with H. Weird horseshit I watch. It knows I'm corrupted already. Well, the thing that always gets me about the notifications, though, are just like when we were talking with Jack and Lex yesterday, people that are in the streams every single stream, not to mention in the streams, but moderators in the stream that are here every day, and when they don't get notified. Wolverine said a lot of times when he comes in, it's because he's might be dating the toilet right now. He's got food poisoning. But Wolverine said a lot of times when he comes in, it's because he got notified over at the Discord, not through YouTube. Barry said, I had Kraft mac and cheese, double bacon cheeseburger. Nice. Each patty was a fucking half pound. And then 2 slices of strawberry cheesecake. So, yeah, I'm paying for my own mistakes. Jeez, dude. Holy crap. The only place, and I don't think I can do it anymore. I've showed you guys that picture before. The only place I can really, I'll go blow for blow with anybody eating is pizza. Let me see if I got that picture. I think I still have it in my phone. And I have several witnesses that'll back me up that this is true. I've told you guys over and over at that pizza place in the Italy section of Epcot is by far and away my favorite pizza ever. And I ate a large by myself in one sitting. And as we were walking out of Italy into Epcot, I was looking around the booths to see what was for dessert. Let's see if I can find that picture. Hey, if I cleared up my phone once in a while and only kept in the ones that I wanted to have handy, it'd be a lot easier.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
There's some Disney pics. Dragon says, honestly, Corny does have some legit critiques about AEW. You can even hear displeasure in JR's voice on commentary sometimes. Yeah, and that's what I mean. The thing with Cornette, which was stated earlier, and isn't untrue, is sometimes he goes over the top. He gets too wound up over, he's a make a mountain out of a molehill guy. But again, he knows the business, so some of his complaints or his issues are going to be legit. He's not the type of guy I'd want to hang out with. But if it were just somebody to listen to and tell stories of the business, yes, every day. But yeah, he can be a douchebag. I would have no desire to hang out with him. Are you serious? I'm not going to be able to find that. God damn it. Was it in this? I have so many Disney pictures on my phone. I love Disney. Plus, like I say, I never clear my phone off, so. All right, that one. Oh, wait. I might have found it. See the better. Okay. This pizza at the place in Italy. Moments after that picture was taken, I devoured that motherfucker. And I ate every last bit of it. And walked back out into Epcot looking for shit for dessert. ODV says, I like his honesty, whether I agree or not. Yes, he is very upfront. Again, he can be a douche, but he's not going to blow smoke up your ass, Cornette. Ashley says, hey Curtis, I just want you to know you give me such joy while working. I'll put your videos on and listen. You make those 10, 12-hour shifts go by in no time. Hope you see this and know. Well, thank you, Ashley. That's very kind of you to say. Listen, there's nothing that makes me feel better than stuff like that. To know that, listen to the stream or listen to the videos, make somebody's day go by easier or gives you a little bit of a lift. That's the absolute best. Absolute best. Oh, Cookie, ODV, that pizza, guys, it's not even fucking fair how good that pizza is. It's oven baked, and just like everything in Epcot, in the individual countries in Epcot, they keep everything as true to the nation they represent as possible. And I know that the ovens came from Italy or were built out of the same materials they used to build them in Italy in the same manner. The flour, all that gets imported from Italy. And, oh my God, as a pizza freak, it's amazing to me.
Oh, yeah.
Not that they have my favorite pizza of any place, but that it's not even close. Because they're up here, and then my next favorite pizza place would be Rose's in New York City. And that's about here. It's not close. It's just so good. This is one of these times where I wish there wasn't this whole time-space continuum thing to where I could go to Disney and somehow be able to share that pizza with you guys. Cheap Jump Scare says, bought the Brody Lee tribute shirt yesterday. Oh, very cool. Great dude. Fantastic guy. That's such a tragedy. He was really a good dude. That was just Leslie. It was a sausage pizza. Their sausage is excellent too. And I can't usually take anything with even a little bit of spice. And that, don't get me wrong, their sausage doesn't have a lot, but even that doesn't throw me a little bit. Oh, I get a food boner just sitting here talking about it. Gimster says, and at my age, it's
Oh,
always good to have a boner of any type.
yeah.
Gimster says, I just saw a vid that shows a Japanese guy that could have beaten you in eating. He beat an American eating champ by 50 hot dogs in a single sitting. Was that, is that Kobayashi? Because that Kobayashi dude, yeah, I was only kidding about being world class with eating, but what I'm saying is something like that, like hot dogs, and I like hot dogs. I can't eat, for a huge fat guy, it's surprising. I can't eat like tons of them. I wouldn't be good in a contest. But what I was saying is in a pizza eating contest, if we're that pizza, yeah, I'll swing with anybody in it. I wonder if it's Kobayashi you saw. Christian says, zero. Lou Malnati's, home of the original deep dish pizza in Chicago, is the best pizza in America. Fight me, bro. Oh, we got to fight, Christian. I don't like Chicago pizza. Well, in fairness, I don't mind the deep dish design. There's too much sauce. My pizza, except for that place in Italy, whenever we order pizza, I have to order it light on the sauce. Now, as much as anything else, because I'm an old fart, and all kinds of shit bothers my stomach that never did. I had an ironclad constitution for decades. Now I'm a pussy. So I have to get it light on the sauce.
Yeah.
And there's just way too much sauce on Chicago style for me. Barry says the desserts after pizza is the acid reflux. Duh. Good call, Barry, and true. Henry says, you heard that Elon Musk want to get 1 million people on Mars by 2050. By the way, I found billionaires like Gates and Zuckerberg to be unlikable, but to me, Elon is the only one that's likable. We were just talking about that not too long ago, me and Spaz Kid, Henry. Elon Musk is an icon to Brax. I mean, we all have those people in society that we look up to. And I'm right with, I love Elon Musk. You know, is he wacky? Fuck yeah, he's wacky.
Oh,
But he's
yeah.
an extremely, obviously, very bright guy. I think he's fascinating to listen to. I love his sense of humor. I love his self-deprecation. You don't have to convince me on Elon Musk at all. I'm a big fan of the dude. And Spaz Kid wants a Tesla. So freaking bad. This Dogecoin better go a shit ton higher than it has if he thinks he's getting a Tesla. Dragon says that is honestly the biggest reason I look down upon Russo. Not only is he a liar, he is a bad liar, often stooges on himself. Yeah, again, he's a tough one, Dragon, because as I said, his knowledge is phenomenal, and I love listening to his wrestling stories. But as a person, he's a douche. It's true. It just is what it is. Christian says Lou Malnati's doesn't use heavy sauce. It's pretty light with very thin bits of tomato and the cheese, meaning you get the flavor without the mess. But see, that's where I'm out, Christian, because being the big puss that I am, I cannot eat pizza if it's got pieces of tomato in it. Because and again, that's not a knock on Chicago deep dish pizza. That's a knock on me because my tastes are so fucking limited. Yeah, anything like that is an out for me. So I'm not even a good one to judge. That's why typically, I like to throw a stone or two if I don't like something just to try and rile things up. But it's not even fair on my account because the reason I don't like deep dish pizza are just because my tastes are too limited to enjoy a variety of things. Gimster says, I think it was Kobayashi, and he could also kick your rear end with pizza eating as well. He ate 3 large pizzas in a single sitting. Did he? I know he's a legend, Gimster, in competitive eating. Before I think he was even before Joey Chestnut, wasn't he? Well, I know they competed against each other, but I think Kobayashi became big in it even before Joey Chestnut did, if I remember right. Now, see, this is stuff I can't remember the important things in life, like to be places I'm supposed to be or the proper structure for inhale, exhale. But I can remember names like Joey Chestnut because that's important. Excuse me. Chrome says, well, Zuckerberg is some kind of weird, oily bug man or robot. Are we sure he's even human? No. I mean, he's so awkward. And Jack Dorsey has weird culty beliefs like tinfoil hat stuff. Yeah, Chrome, I'm with you 100%. Some of the more influential people in our society right now are not people I have any trust, confidence in whatsoever, and actually have a pretty healthy disdain for several of them. Henry says, have you ever tried this pizza place called Sbarro? Sure, many times. New York-based pizza chain is very, very good. Yes, it is. As chains go, it's one of my favorites, Henry. Uh, they
Oh,
used to be not as much anymore on the
yeah.
thruway. They used to be in a lot of the rest area stops on the thruway. I don't see them as much as I used to. A lot of that changed over, but that's where I first got used to them. It was there, and
Oh,
on the Mass Pike too.
yeah.
I used to get it, but I've had Sbarro's many times. Yes, I do like their pizza. As far as pizza chains go, yeah, that would be my favorite chain. Christian says, "Well, now I just want to sit with you and cry." Why, Christian? Why, Christian? uh, BTG says, Miss Start, explain title, watch Spiffing. Yes, I did watch Spiffing, BTG, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Not only did that help out, but
Oh,
once I got watching him,
yeah.
it led me to do, more research into the things he was saying, and I have come to the conclusion that I was creating a lot of issues for myself because I had not updated my about section. I hadn't updated my tags. They would all be pointing the bot in the wrong direction. So again, a lot of the blame goes on me. That's why I've taken down for now the Patreon I set up because I want to see what does actually happen. But early results are good. Here, let me check right now. Now, the video I uploaded right before the stream, the field goal blocked by God one. Okay, that has in an hour it has just under 400 views. Not great for a channel our size, but at least it means something's going out there as far as notifications. Just under 400 views and 50 likes, which means it has more likes already, substantially more than the one has from yesterday. And at this point, an hour in, that one yesterday had like 100 views, 110 views maybe. So there is certainly a significant difference. And that's all I cared, is that there are at least enough notifications going out that people can have the opportunity to see that I'm putting up some different style of content. And that's all I can ask for. I I personally, and the results from you guys, or the feedback from you guys, has been positive so far. I love doing those. These voiceover things are an absolute blast to me. And just from my own personal perspective, I mean, other than anime reactions, my favorite thing in the world. But as far as making me laugh, that kind of stuff makes me laugh harder than anything else I've been doing around here. And I'm gonna have more songs coming up too, and I'm hoping that by rewriting the about section, fixing the tags, maybe people will actually get to see when I post the songs as well. Sploosh says, Curtis, is there any one match that you would show someone that's new to wrestling how great it can be? Oh gosh, there's so many matches over there. It would depend on what I wanted to impress upon them, Sploosh. Are we saying, hey, this is wrestling at its best, hitting you in the feels. This is wrestling at its best, in the old Wild West craziness fashion. It would all depend. One of my personal favorite matches will always be the Undertaker Mankind Hell in a Cell. But with my style of wrestling being what it was, to where it was all hardcore stuff and everything, I had a huge amount of respect for Mick Foley, and the performance that both him and Mark Calloway turned in that day was just stupid. So good. Chrome says, my favorite pizza is probably from Paisano. It's a small growing chain in Scotland. It does proper wood oven Italian pizza. That's like I was saying, Chrome, that's what they have down there in Epcot and Disney. It's delicious 16-inch pizza. Parma, ham, and mushroom is great. I like ham on pizza. Mushrooms I'll eat on pizza, which is unusual for me to eat something like that. It's not something I'll ask for, but my wife likes them. So if we go out together and we're going to eat a pizza together, we'll get sausage and mushroom, and I don't have a problem eating those. Oh, Spaz Kid, guys. He says, I saw on stream your Dogecoin has gone up. I also have made $4 from it. Attaboy. We'll tell. I'll tell him, attaboy, that Tesla is almost yours. Well, and that's the funny thing too, because I didn't mention that, and I know a lot of you know. Elon Musk has been pumping up Dogecoin on his Twitter. He had a lot of good things to say about it the other day, and that's a lot of what got all this going. Mr. Croissant says, "Hey Curtis, just wanted to say that New York City food seems amazing. It is. Yet I'm too intimidated by the traffic to even explore. Also, do you stream on Twitch? Also, Super Bowl prediction for me is the Chiefs. No, I have a Twitch. I think with as many issues as we have at YouTube, I still think it's less than they're having at Twitch. And you guys know me with the way they play favorites and do things very unevenly over there. It would just piss me off, and I'd end up getting thrown off the platform. Believe it or not, too, they're more sensitive than YouTube as far as throwing you off. So I don't think I would last there long because they'd piss me off. I'm positive. As far as the traffic, Mr. Croissant, you got to remember too. Once you're in, like if you're going to go in Manhattan, you can take a bus, a train in. The best thing to do is if you're coming from out of town. I don't know which direction you're coming from. Like if you're coming from the north, stop in Yonkers, jump a train, and go in. Because a lot of people don't like the traffic down there. I drove a bus in it for years, so it became you didn't even think about it anymore. It's just something you did. But that's usually the best bet. Stop in Westchester somewhere in Yonkers, anywhere along there, and hop a train because you don't need a car to get around in Manhattan. You can go do all the eating you want to do, see all the sights you want to see, and everything is connected either by cab, Uber, Lyft, Subway. You really don't need a car down in there because a lot of people get he says I'll buy it in Dogecoin. A lot of people don't care to drive down there, understandably. Let's see. Yeah, like Jack says, Elon Musk is the main reason spiking it all. When if he loses interest, so will others. Yes and no, Jack. But a lot of those really, really big investment discords picked up on it. And actually, I think, and I agree with you completely, Elon did give it the boost, but actually I think they're the ones perpetrating it right now. What you have to try and decide, and you could be right, if he loses interest, it could die. But because this is cryptocurrency and it's such a bizarre concept anyway, it could also keep going up because there's no reason for it to even exist. That's why, it's like with stocks, at least you can see some rationale behind the movement, and there is none with this stuff. So if enough people are just entertained by it and continue to be, who knows where it could go? Is that likely? No, obviously it's not likely.
Oh,
but because of what we're dealing with, it's just impossible to say. Henry says the only pizza I will eat is pepperoni or supreme. Pepperoni, peppers, onions, sausage, black olives. But I'll never eat pineapple or ham pizza. See now Henry, I won't eat pineapple and ham pizza, that Hawaiian pizza that my wife likes, but I like ham on pizza. But yes, pineapple is not. If pineapple's on a pizza, the pizza can go fuck itself. I'm not getting involved. Tyler says, is it like Baltimore with the electric scooter thing that you pay like $5 for 15 minutes? As far as I know what you're talking about. I haven't been down to New York much lately. I haven't seen them institute that yet. But with New York, depending on what you want to do, if the weather's decent, most everything is within walking distance. I mean, like, okay, if you want to go see the Empire State Building, you're down on 34th Street and 5th, and now you also want to see Rockefeller Center. It's 26 short blocks up, or probably even less, 24 short blocks north and 1 block over. And there's like 500,000 different entertaining, interesting things to see along the way. So depending on what you want to do, if it's contained within Manhattan, hell, you can walk it as long as the weather's decent. Gimster says, since talk about food, I forgot to say my religion. That I'm sure you join, Mr.
Oh,
Goddamn it, Curtis. Pineapple pizza's
yeah.
truth. Pineapple pizza is life. Yeah, Gimster, my wife might be a member of your flock. She might be willing to join the fold, but yeah, it's not to me. I love Terry Funk too, Monkey King. I was always pissed off. Years ago, when I first broke into the business, I was in New Mexico. This would have been 80, 80, I think. And the big time was over in Texas. And so I went over to work out with a promotion over there. It was, for those of you who remember the Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, his dad, Joe, ran the promotion. And when I got there to work out with them, Tully was a dick. One of the few guys in wrestling that I met that had a name and just did not like. I loved his dad. Joe was great. But I had just missed Terry Funk. He had been in there working with them, and then he had moved on. I forgot where he went, but he had just moved on. It would have been cool to have run across Terry. And it was also cool because I didn't like Tully, and I found out that him and Terry Funk didn't like each other at all. So that would have been fun for me if nothing else, because I would have had somebody else that didn't like fucking Tully. In fairness to Tully, I haven't seen him since then, but a bunch of guys that friends of mine in the business have, and they say he's a completely different dude, and even he recognizes what a dick he used to be, and he's kind of ashamed by it. So, and that being the case, hey, it's cool that people can change. So I don't want to seem like I'm shitting on Tully. Just telling the truth. At that time, I didn't like him. Chrome says, if it's between taking the time to go to town for a proper 16-inch pizza from Paisano for $9 or being lazy and ordering Domino's for a $20 cardboard pizza with no drink, I'll head in town any day. I'm with you, Chrome. Yeah. Yeah, especially when it's my pizza. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll make the trip. Lick says, I like the pizza from the deli in my local supermarket. Ours too. The supermarket we have here, the pizza there is not bad at all. It's good because it's either delicious with a shit ton of cheese and soft bread or terrible cardboard crust and too much sauce. Now, ours are pretty consistent. I mean, it's not at our local, like you say, the deli in the market. It's not going to be my first choice, but I do enjoy it. It's not bad pizza at all, and it's super cheap. Real cheap. Did we lose Gone? What happened? Gone, where you at, bruh? Oh, he says Baltimore is a real place. That was the last we saw. First time I tried pineapple pizza was because you said hated it. It's thanks to you I found it scory. God damn it. I don't want to turn anybody on to it. Well, that's a great old screw job. Yes, Father, I'm winning says, let me put it the way you understand, Curtis. Pineapple pizza is like police girl pizzas. Oh, stop it. You stop that right now. All right, I'm going to break out spankings today. You guys are being fucking unruly. Yes, Father, I'm winning says, how do you even make a profit in cryptocurrency? I still don't fully get this nonsense. And I'm sure my brain hasn't completely wrapped around it either. There's no reason you should be able to make money, to be honest with you. Which is why, with it being such an abstract thought, especially Dogecoin, you don't know what to expect. I mean, that's why the only thing I would ever invest into it is money that I can clearly afford to lose, because I could pick up my phone and look at Dogecoin in 20 minutes and see that it doesn't even exist anymore. So, yeah. Or I could see that it's skyrocketed and, it's quadrupled in value. Neither one would be a surprise. Johnny says, I always recommend people watch Lawler versus Funk no DQ match in 81 during Memphis Wrestling. Every aspect of the match was perfect. I'm sure, Johnny, because Jerry Lawler's underrated. He's a fun commentator. I enjoy listening to him, and that's what most of the new generation knows him as. But that guy could work the shit out of a match. He was a great wrestler. He really was. I mean, he could work. Hey, Lewis, good to see you again, pal. In our local supermarket, they do the make-your-own pizza sort of thing. Bloody delicious. Due to COVID, they closed it down. I'm absolutely gutted. That sucks. Homemade pizza is also up there with the best. Oh, see, we don't have any of that. All we have in our market, Louis, those pizzas, you can either buy them, they'll make one for you. Sometimes they'll make some in advance, put them out on heat racks. You can pick them up there. Or you can pick them up in the refrigerated section, just throw them in the oven when you get home. But yeah, we don't have the make your own. But boy, they're not bad. And again, I want to say the last time I bought one, you can get a good size square cheese pizza for like $6 at the market. And again, it's not bad. Who's the hottest anime character? Well, my number one waifu is right behind me here. Is Saris. That's a combination of, well, I don't even have to point back there anymore. I've got her even more handy, and I like to get handy with her. She's number one waifu because she is ridiculously hot, but there's more to it than that. I love her voice, whether it was in the abridged or in the original series. I love her voicing, and I just love her character. She's just a badass at every level, and I enjoy that. Icewave says, here's a joke for you that was too big to fit here. Enjoy on your own time. See ya. Icewave says, oh, okay, hold on. Let me grab Icewave's link before he has to take off. Yeah, come on, you can do it. You can copy.
Yeah.
All right. Larry Sturdy joke. Teacher versus little Johnny in math class. I might have heard this one before, Icewife.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny, if there were 5 birds sitting on a fence, you shot one with your gun, how many would be left? None, replied Johnny, because the rest would fly away. Well, the answer is 4, said the teacher. But I like the way you're thinking. Little Johnny says, I have a question for you. If there were 3 women eating ice cream cones in a shop, one was licking her cone, the second was biting her cone, the third was sucking her cone. Which one is married? Well, said the teacher nervously, I guess the one sucking the cone. No, said little Johnny, the one with the wedding ring on her finger, but I like the way you're thinking. Okay, that wasn't what I thought it was going to be. That's pretty good. Yes, that is 100% approval, Icewave. I like that one. But I like the way you're thinking. Henry says, Curtis, you like kettle corn? Yeah, it's okay. It's not my favorite popcorn, but it's good. I've tried it many times. I actually think that I like it slightly more than popcorn. No, I don't like it more, especially, a good movie popcorn or something. But yeah, kettle corn's all right. Kettle corn's not bad. And like you say, Henry, it's kind of fun for a little change of pace sometimes. Yeah, it's not bad. Hey, Curtis, who do you think is the hottest girl on High School DxD? Oof. Akano was always my wife. After this last season, and now I've got a character name going out of my head again. I got to look it up. Akano was always my favorite. Her name's gone away, and I don't want to make you guys have to look it up for me. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Roswisa. Roswisa is so goddamn thick. It might be her now. After this last season. But yeah, it's between those two, but probably Ross Weissa now. Monkey King always loved Bulma. I always like Bulma too, because as I said, she's a freak. Because people ask me that all the time, Bulma or Chi-Chi, and it's not even close, because Bulma's such a freak. Monkey says, stop pretending your name is Curtis, your name is Fred. Whatever happened to that dipshit? Well, I think he was one, though, that he was doing it just strictly for attention. And when we stopped giving him the attention and just started, I always forget the term. We can't ban people now. Hiding him, he just lost interest because, again, it was just a beg for attention. He wasn't any type of real batshit crazy or legitimate crazy like Mark Bark or something. He was just a loser who needed attention. Mr. Croissant says, hey, Curtis, have you ever wrestled a match with someone that didn't sell moves? I've heard from a ton of wrestlers that not selling is really annoying. Oh, it's annoying. No, I have worked matches with people that were bad at selling. I have worked matches with green guys who get so caught up in trying to remember what they're doing, they forget to sell. But if you mean maliciously not selling, no. I've had to remind green guys about selling during the course of a match, but it's not something that pissed me off because, again, they weren't. What happens is you put together your high spots and guys are trying to remember that next high spot and they get so frozen with trying to remember that they're forgetting to sell shit, and you'll have to remind them. Have I seen it happen? Yes. I have not had it happen to me. Yeah. I had a lot of years in the business. If that happens to me, I'm old school. There's no two ways. You have to shoot. at that point. If a guy's going to no sell you, let's fucking fight then. Even if it's somebody that is likely to kick my ass, you still got to do it, because you can't fucking do that to somebody. You have no respect for the business, no respect for the guy you're in there. But so if that's what you're asking, intentionally no selling, no, I haven't. The Fred guy was just in here. Oh, he was here, Wolverine? Is that why Monkey's making fun of him? Okay, I didn't even see it. Oh, I didn't even see him. Yeah, like I say, the Fred guy, he's just an absolute pathetico. I mean, he just desperately wants attention, and that's why I don't give it to him. When somebody's genuinely crazy like Mark Bark, that's fun, but just somebody that's that desperate for attention it's not worth it. Sploosh says, Curtis, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but was Mr. Perfect a good wrestler? I hear nothing but good things. Fantastic wrestler. Yeah, Kurt Hennig. Oh, hell, I'm old enough. I watched his dad wrestle, Larry the Axe Hennig. And Larry was a big powerhouse of a dude, but he couldn't work a match anything close to his kid. Kurt was brilliant. Same with the Orton family. Bob Sr. and even his father, both good workers, but they couldn't hold a candle the way Randy can work a match. Yeah, they Kurt Hennig was phenomenal. He really was. Alex says he's actually the adult version of the Fred from the old YouTube, all washed up from the Nickelodeon deal. Oh, that guy. Alex is the Fred guy confirmed. Get her. Jacqueline says, oh shit. Unfortunately, I gotta go, guys. I wasn't watching. I get so wrapped up in doing this, I forget to watch the time. But again, we got to run to the store, and we got to get back before our company comes over to watch the Super Bowl with us. Guys, thank you so much for the stream. Not only for the stream, but again, for always being there to hook me up and help me out, just like you did now this time with the whole notifications thing, like you guys did with the whole singing thing. I appreciate it a lot. Sometimes I actually annoy myself with some of the obvious things I overlook, but that's one of the great things about having you guys here to slap me back to reality and say, hey, dumb fuck, before you go on another one of your rants, why don't you look at this, that, and the other thing and make sure that you got your ducks in a line, your ducks on the pond. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. And thank you for the stream. So now the sticky stuff on Sundays usually isn't particularly good, but it's fucking Super Bowl Sunday. This sticky stuff is infused with wildly overinflated prices of advertising, because everything costs more on Super Bowl Sunday. So the value of this sticky stuff is wildly, insanely, artificially inflated. So you might want to hold on to it. Much like Dogecoin, it's wildly inflated. Here it comes. Pampu, pampu. Sticky stuff for you. Sticky stuff for you. Indeed, Gimster. Goose, goose, goose. Sticky stuff for you. Sticky stuff for you. Sticky stuff for everybody. Because we'll bang, okay? Flashly like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, on Super Bowl Sunday, every day is a super day as long as it contains goose, 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 goose. Goose.
Oh,